we're gonna start out with newlyweds. Married how long?
Well, they range from two months to over 60 years.
Oh my God!
Isn't that cool?
Woo!
And the idea is we played this game to see how much they really know each other, especially how much the guys know their wives.
I love it already. Okay, so take it away.
All right, so
I'm gonna let you drive this
all
boat.
right, so the first question we asked is, what would your partner's ideal date would be? So we're asking the husbands what your wife's ideal date would be, and the wives what their idea of the ideal date would be. So let's see what you got.
My husband's answer would be to stay home and eat Rachel's food.
Well, look, it's not only that, long walk on the beach, wine, dinner, and ice cream.
Well, that's nice. You got wine, dinner, and a walk.
You know, and that's romantic, but this is interesting because what she's saying is she wants, you know, a little wild time, go out on the town. You're thinking sweet, gentle romance. So we're going to get to the bottom of that. What about over there?
Oh, I love her answer.
Fancy.
She wants an exotic dinner.
Yeah. Does that in the food or the way the dinner? Are we talking about naked sushi or are we talking about?
Hey, it could be. I like to spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
You know,
I
just
think
a little
she
something.
means the other kind of exotic.
I bet she does.
Not like, is there turmeric in this,
Right,
but like,
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And then we have, what does this say? Dinner, a long walk. Well, you two should get together.
And maybe some gambling?
Oh, okay.
So wait, did he write gambling?
Gambling with wine.
Well, you know, we do like to gamble sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
So he wants to shoot craps and get some wine.
Get some wine.
Okay.
All right, naked poker for you two. Strip poker. Right. All right, what about over here?
Going to movies and dinner after. I like that one. That's a classic. That's a good one.
Yes.
Wine and
wine
dine.
Okay, you
They're
guys
actually
are
meant for
too
each other.
different. Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting because you guys, I mean, it makes sense, right? 60 years, you probably know what you both like to do at this point, and you're not too different unless you really have a resistance to going to the movies. Does he like going to the movies?
He likes going to the
so
movies.
that's good. So you guys are okay there. The goal with you is just to make sure, you know, after 60 years, you've gone on pretty much every kind of date and you have your routines, but it's fun. It keeps you young and active if you mix it up a little bit, right? So for all of you guys, if you even take a minute to write down 10 dates you'd love to go on and then come up with the common denominators, you can mix it up, even if just once a month or once a quarter.
Right.
It's also really important because a lot of times we assume we know, we think we know what our partner wants because we're thinking what we want. And I hear this complaint from women all the time. I want him to be more romantic, and he's looking at me like, help, you know,
What does that mean?
What does that mean, right? Number 2 is, what would your partner rather you do? Clean the house or bring home flowers? Clean house. She didn't even hesitate there. Look, you guys switched. Okay. She said flowers. He said clean house. You guys are on the same page. And you guys are opposite.
She said both. Clean the house and the flowers.
He had flowers first, and he scratched it out. Yeah, I think you have the right idea. She said both. What we're talking about here is your kind of language of love. We tend to love people in a way that we like to be loved. So for you, you're an act of service person, right? So when you feel most loved is when your husband does things to lighten your load.
Right.
And then for you guys, you're more of a romance kind of gesture, romantic gestures, and you probably are someone who likes the acts of service, right? Like, what does she do that makes you feel really loved and cared for and romantic?
She always makes sure that I eat.
Right, see, acts of service, right?
She always cooks. She cooks
Yes.
every day, and she feels really bad if she doesn't. I'm like, babe, you don't have to. It's okay. She's like, no, I have to. I'm like, okay.
I have to cook for my man. Yes.
And I'm
You're the
with you,
same way.
baby.
So you guys understand
Same
each
page.
other, right? And do you ever clean?
I do.
Does he? You look surprised, does he? She's like, if you are,
I don't know that it would have made the card if Alan did a whole lot of cleaning.
Yeah. So maybe a little cleaning with the flowers. But it's good to know because we're either wanting acts of service or romance or touch or quality time. Now, we only gave you guys 2 choices, but really understanding, like for one person, you can clean the whole house, but what I really want is for you to put everything down and spend the morning with me with your smartphone put away. You know?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.